What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Competitive Decks. This is our series where we talk about all of the new returning and new Pokemon coming in the Crown Tundra DLC. We have already covered the Isle of Armor and the base game, and we talk about how to use all of these mons competitively. And in this series we focus on singles, but if you would like some advice for VGC, we can always have that discussion down in the comments below, and I will always be happy to leave you a set there. So if you're excited to learn about Regieleki today, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. We're on our way to 200 by the end of the year, and your support is greatly appreciated. We've had so much new support here with the new Crown Tundra dropping, and I wanted to say thank you for all of that, and let's keep it up. Let's keep sharing it. Let's keep the support rolling. We're doing a great job. You guys are awesome. So today we're talking about Regieleki, and this is a mon that I'm kind of going back on my word on this mon a little bit. So during the live stream when we were playing through this, I said that this was going to be one of the few mons out there that I said you don't need to run any speed on it, just run full offenses in both stats and you're fine. I'm taking it back, because now that I've done some research and run the numbers and everything, I'm starting to realize that you actually do need this speed, and here's why. So if you are max speed, right, and you're timid, like what this first set is right here, you are outsped by Scarfers that are jolly or timid, base 117 or higher. And you're thinking, well, 117's pretty fast, right? So let's name, this is all of the Pokemon in OU currently that are 117 or higher that could be Scarfed. Dragapult, Cinderace, Alakazam, Crobat, Hawlucha, Pheromosa, Sceptile, Spectrier, Koko, Zeraora, Weavile, Aerodactyl, and then Naganadel, but it just got banned. So out of all of these, really the top things that we hear about being Scarfed are Dragapult, possibly Crobat, but very rarely, maybe Sceptile, and then Spectrier. That's about it as far as what normally runs a Scarf and what you would normally expect a Scarf on. All of these others you really don't expect it on. Hawlucha obviously has the ability to use the Unburden, and then Pheromosa obviously could boost its speed by the Beast Boost, but besides that, I mean, none of these are really used as Scarfers, right? However, when you run Modest though, just changing this to Modest changes things kind of significantly, at least in my eyes, because then you drop that number down to 103. 103, between 103 and 117, you add several significant things, and this isn't all of them, but this is just what I thought was significant. Blacephalon, which is almost always Scarfed. Gengar, which is very commonly Scarfed if it's not sub. Kartana, which can definitely be Scarfed. Latios and Latios, definitely. Raikou, sometimes. Tornadus, sometimes. And Scolipede after it protects once. These are all things that you definitely want to be faster than. And so being stuck, being slower than them, even though your base 200 speed, is not somewhere that you want to be. And so that is why I'm actually now recommending speed on this mon. So I've gone back, been in the lab, this is what we've come up with today. And you might also notice that we're running 3 electric moves. There is a common theme in all of the new Pokemon that have come out with this DLC, and it's that they have really good stats and really bad move pools. Like, this thing's move pool is terrible. Acrobatics, okay, whatever. Agility, it has base 200 speed, we don't need that. Ancient Power, don't care. Body Slam, don't care. Explosion, okay. Extreme Speed, that's pretty good. Screens, cool. Rapid Spin, that's nice. More screens. Sub, and then a bunch of electric moves. That's it. And we don't even have anything that's, I mean, besides like Rising Voltage. Maybe Magnet Rise if you want to get Mimi. Like, none of it is useful. So you're really limited in your move set here. And so that's why we're running 3 electric moves. And besides, it goes along with its ability, and that is basically it has an automatic choice specs on every electric move that it clicks. And that does stack with choice specs. It's kind of like Guerrilla Tactics. stacks even if you add on another boosting item to it. So this thing does hit very, very hard if you have it like this. A lot of people are running it on a team with Tapu Koko and running Rising Voltage. This set particularly, we are not running that, but that is definitely something you could switch out, something like Electro Ball for Rising Voltage if you're running it with Tapu Koko. But Volt Switch is something that is going to go on a Regieleki no matter what. No matter what set you run, you have to run Volt Switch on Regieleki. The rest of them, I don't care what you do. But the Volt Switch really, really matters. It is its way of getting out, and it's its way of doing a ton of damage. Obviously, you are hard walled by ground types, and there is not really anything you can do about it. If your opponent has a ground type on their team, you have to remove it before you can do anything with this. You're just hard walled. And we also have Thunder Cage, which is its signature move, and it has 80 base power and 90% accuracy, and it basically works like Fire Spin. It's just a more powerful Fire Spin. The animation is a little weird because it just kind of cuts out in the middle of the animation. It's really weird. And then we've got Electro Ball. Electro Ball gets more powerful the faster you are than your opponent, which obviously is a thing when this thing is 200 base power. That's going to be pretty useful. And then we also have Rapid Spin on this. You're going to get even faster, which is going to boost your Electro Ball even more, and it's going to be able to get rid of hazards. So overall, I think this is its most viable set. I think this is the set you're going to see the most on it, and this is just, it's going to do a ton of damage once your resistances or once your immunities have been removed. This thing kind of goes in, and you do have to respect it. Next is going to be a very similar set, but with heavy duty boots. That way this thing can really come in on any kind of hazards and doesn't really have to worry about it, because obviously this thing is quite frail. At base 80 HP and 50 in defenses, it kind of goes down to a gentle breeze, so you don't really need any extra damage on it if you can help it. And so we've got Volt Switch, of course, always have to have that. Electro Ball for speed with the Rapid Spin, and then Extreme Speed to possibly pick off things. That way this thing can work as a revenge killer, and you don't really have to worry about taking any kind of hazard damage when you bring it in to take that last little bit of health. Now the next set is a screen set, and I think that this is actually quite viable being this fast. You can see we've moved the EVs up to the HP rather than the special attack, because honestly for this set we really don't need it, and this is just to get up the screens, Volt Switch around, and then Rapid Spin if they set up rocks or anything on you. Let's say you're facing a Shuckle lead, which is quite common right now, along with Rabombi. Those things are very, very common to see right now. Sticky Web is everywhere, and so this helps you to be at least somewhat against that. So this will definitely help you out as a sort of anti-lead to their lead. It's pretty nice. And then lastly, we'll throw a physical set in here because, you know, each offense is balanced here at 100. I definitely think that this is worse because Wild Charge, you take recoil, and then, you know, your Volt Switch is doing less. Your Extreme Speed, okay, I mean, it doesn't really do all that much, to be honest. And then we've got Body Slam just to be there. You could also run Explosion, but like at the same time, who wants to run Explosion on this Mon when it's so epic, right? But yeah, so you could switch Explosion out there if you wanted to just do a big nuke there if you don't really need it anymore, catch a ground type coming in, that sort of thing. That's what it's there for, to just have something else to hit. But overall, I think your best set is going to be Specs, and I think this is going to be the set that we see most on the Regis. And so yeah, that's about it. So tomorrow we're going to talk about Regidrago, and basically it's going to be about the same story as far as what coverage everything gets. It's very interesting how they decided to do this DLC. But yeah, we're going to move on to that tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to cover Metagross here very, very soon because I've had several requests for that. So don't worry, it is coming. I definitely have not forgotten about it. It's the very first thing after we cover all the new stuff. So yes, it is coming. So I hope you guys are excited about that. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. We are covering so much new Crown Tundra stuff, and we've got Wi-Fi battles coming next week. We've got hopefully Meme GC coming next week. We've got all kinds of really fun stuff for the channel, and I don't want any of you to miss it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.